has been a dominant decade. But Real Madrid in control of this game, resting players as well. Remember, no Bale tonight. Isco on the bench with him as well. Casemiro given a break. Cristiano Ronaldo an enforced 5-game absence. But in truth, Real Madrid haven't needed the leadership and the skills of Cristiano Ronaldo. At the moment, it's the team, the group ethic, the tactics of Real Madrid which has dominated these two Supercopa games between the two clubs. The pre-season freshener. Chance for Valverde to survey the squad that he's inherited. As Terry said, it's a big, deep squad, but I'm sure the Barcelona supporters out there would be agreeing that it needs an injection of quality.
Such is the size of the job, Rob, it's not going to be achieved in one transfer window. It needs a massive injection of pace, and that has to come in this window. 2 or 3 quick players, more dynamic players than Barcelona currently have.
Three at the back isn't something completely new to Barcelona. They experimented with it in the latter days of Pep Guardiola. Luis Enrique for a lot of games in the spring last year sacrificed this man Jordi Alba and played 3 defenders, and that Real Madrid close for the league. But Valverde's interpretation hasn't worked so far. Sergio Roberto restored to the team tonight. No signs of the other pre-season signing, Nelson Semedo, just yet. I'm not sure you'd want to throw him into this kind of initiation.
Well, you would have thought they've been searching for a right back for a couple of seasons now. To replace Dani Alves and spend 30 million euros, over 30 million euros on a right back. You would have thought he would have been given, at the very least, one of these games to accustom himself to playing with Barcelona. I find it a real surprise. Certainly Roberto yet again playing in the right wing-back position this evening.
Busquets to Suarez, who has looked lost tonight. It's no reflection on his performance, it's just the fact that he's had little support. Asensio. Mascherano comes to greet him. Gomez. Now Rakitic. Neat ball. Suarez has space. Looks up. Nobody there to aim for. The shoulders are sloped. The heads are down of the Barcelona players. While the eyes of the Real Madrid 11 out there are sparkling.
The 1 or 2 good openings that Barcelona have created have been in wide positions of the goal.
There's Benzema.
Attack down the centre.
Busquets. Hold on. Sergio Busquets. Real Madrid have dominated these fixtures in the Spanish Super Cup. They've never lost against Barcelona at the Bernabeu in this competition. In 5 of the 6 they did draw in 2011. Busquets. Mascherano to Rakitic. Marcelo. Asensio.
So it was too slow from Sergio Roberto when possession turned over. Casually jogged across to put a Real Madrid player under pressure, which was Marcelo. Should have been sprinting, should have been quicker. It's indicative of how Barcelona have played. See Rakitic plays in Suarez again. The chance is wide of the goal. Options are few and far between for Luis Suarez. Tries to get it across to Andre Gomez, winning, anticipated by Keylor Navas.
Well, you were saying that you wanted to see the new signing, Nelson Semedo. And that's bad news. I don't think this is a tactical change. I think Gerard Piqué looks as though he may have a slight muscle injury. So they take off a centre-half, they bring on a right-back. How is that going to affect the shape of the team?
I think there's a back four there, isn't there? Mascherano can play alongside him. TT, Jordi over left-back. Nelson Semedo slipping in the right-back position. Sergio Roberto maybe pushing to more of a midfield role.
Obviously they have a necessity, they're going to have to revert to a back four. Nelson Semedo, the Portugal international. He's from winning the league back-to-back with Benfica. Busquets. Forward in possession by Karim Benzema. Asensio catches the eye of defenders. Mascherano stands his ground. Roberto to Rakitic. Ter Stegen. TT. Kovacic waiting, gives it to Toni Kroos. Anticipated by Albert now. Lionel Messi. It's a fine tackle by Toni Kroos. A good clean slice of the ball. Suarez onto the loose ball. Now Lionel Messi drives on. Oh, even Messi can't score. Sergio Roberto. Gomez leans in there. It's the first time that they've allowed Messi to slip from their grasp.
He has been continually trying all night to take on the defence. Gets the opportunity here, gets away from ground, just lifts it over the goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. Barcelona and Messi unlucky. Just a rebound off the crossbar. Keylor Navas gets a slight touch to the effort for Messi. Does it go down as a good save? Again, decisive, sharp midfield play from Toni Kroos.
There is Messi, who has moved into a more advanced role as part of the rejig. Mascherano. Gomez, ball to Rakitic, sticks at his feet. You can see Semedo, the new Barcelona fullback, very keen to join the attack. Got the blueprint from Dani Alves. Brilliant take from Benzema.
An injury for Piqué that he complained about at half-time, and trying to see how it went at the start of the second half.
The Barcelona supporters will be hoping that's just a precaution. They're against Real Betis in mind this weekend. They'll of course go to La Coruña to take on Deportivo in the season start. Asensio, Benzema. Oh, team there. It knocks the goalkeeper out. Doesn't matter what part of your body you save it with. The most unconventional of saves from Ter Stegen.
Tries to make himself as big as possible, doesn't he? Doesn't go down too quickly. Again, look how sharp Real Madrid are to win back possession. Showing great determination and hunger to continue to attack Barcelona. Really good attempt from Benzema. Good save from Ter Stegen.
Playing it back to Keylor Navas and building right from the back rail. Benzema to Marcelo. Jordi Alba had lost his bearings there, but it's a little fortunate that Vasquez was offside. Busquets. Rakitic. Roberto. Barcelona have been more prominent in this second half. Cute ball from Nelson Semedo. Sergio Roberto's cross. Also Suarez. Brave block by Varane. A little concerned as Suarez is moving gingerly down this. He's also overstretched himself. Modric. Lionel Messi. Twists and turns. Can't find Suarez. That's normally where Neymar would be.
You took the words out of my mouth. The improvement from Barcelona has coincided with returning to a back four. Almost seems as if the players are happier playing that system. It almost looks as if they were sulking that they were playing the three at the back. There's no sulking from Real Madrid, from the players that have started, from the players that are on the bench. Everyone's pulling in the same direction. Enjoying the performance, enjoying the scoreline over Barcelona.
The bigger picture as well. They're doing this without the influence of Cristiano Ronaldo, as they did, of course, in the European Super Cup against Manchester United, and for large parts of the first leg of the opening Spanish Super Cup game. There are signs that there is life beyond those dominant years of Cristiano Ronaldo. Though, maybe sums up Real Madrid at the moment. He was the most used player last year, Vasquez. He participated in 50 games in all competitions. Quite content to come on and play a part later in the matches. And there is that contentment, there is that harmony, which is part of his Zidane influence.
It's important to have versatile players. It's important to have players who know their role in the squad and are happy with their role in the squad. Vasquez, for instance, will be far happier being a player that comes from the bench.
Nelson Semedo to Suarez. A little bit brighter.
That covers players, as opposed to someone like James Rodriguez or Morata, who want to be, and demand to be, starting every week. So the squad has been built sensibly. Looks at Nacho as well coming into that category. Do a really good job when called upon, and it is frequently as well. Of course, producing your own players was part and parcel, wasn't it, of the success of Barcelona. Hasn't been the case for 2 or 3 seasons now.
Asensio skips away from Mascherano, rolls it back, but Alba's there. Now Nelson Semedo. And the Barcelona's problems are of their own making here. Coming the hour markets. Real Madrid. Once more taking a grip of the game. Vasquez. Marcelo. Mascherano clears the ball. Bernabeu is quite simply rocking. Ramos. Remember, Barcelona generally do well at the Bernabeu. They came here in 2016, won 4-0. Last season, they won 3-2. Never in their history have they come here and actually won 3 games in a row against Real, and that is looking seemingly impossible this evening. Modric. Marcelo. Benzema. Vasquez. Mascherano has to go a long way to thwart Benzema. This is Kroos. Marcelo. Messi. Crowding out. Bumped into an old enemy. And Sergio Ramos. Change of the evening for Real Madrid. Casemiro comes on for Kovacic, who you can hear has got a high approval rating.
Really good game by Kovacic. Fits the bill, doesn't he, for Real Madrid? Versatile, dynamic midfield player. 23 years of age.
No need to lip read, even though we are well past the watershed. Busquets, Suarez, Sergio Roberto. And Titi. Busquets. Alba. Now Mascherano. Disheartened and disjointed, Barcelona. Sometimes Sergio Ramos just can't help himself.
Yeah, it was pretty poor on this, wasn't it? Front one ahead.
Titi. Gomez. Barcelona last summer spent over 80 million euros. When 80 million euros was a lot of money, it didn't improve the team. This is Jordi Alba. Alba's cross, Roberto fails to make it.
So Jordi forward, gets the cross. Just inches away from Sergio Roberto's. Obviously going to enjoy playing in a more advanced role in the right back position. Back in the old days, though, when 18 million euros was a lot of money, 12 months ago.
These are two clubs who've made quite a profit in the transfer market over the last year or so. No great necessity for Real Madrid to go out and invest heavily. They bought for the future with Theo Hernandez and Ceballos, two young players who will be content to wait for their chance. the success story of Barcelona in recent years. They have to invest in ready-made players. There's one of them in Nelson Semedo. He's won a free kick.
I think Ramos is getting tired and beginning to act a little bit daft now, isn't he? I saw some pace there from the Barcelona player, Nelson Semedo. Not exactly the type of right back Barcelona have been looking for. Someone with pace, someone who's athletic, getting down the pitch. With Dani Alves. He draws the foul out of Sergio Ramos. He's now going to get the delivery into the box. Consolation for Barcelona.
Barca scored in the last 24 games between these two teams. They can't score tonight. He's the most likely of scorers on the head of Luis Suarez.
Let's get something, but it's probably as surprised as the rest of us that it does find its way through to the far post. To get something on that to at least deflect it away from Luis Suarez. He certainly would have enjoyed his first two competitive games in charge of Barcelona.
A couple of years ago, I did know that we had the 5 costliest players ever out on the field when Real played against Barcelona. Tonight, Luis Suarez is the only player out there who's in the top 7. He's the 7th costliest player in the world. Better than Ronaldo, of course, would be in the top 4. One's up in the executive seats. And he's bench warming. Sergio Roberto. Alba. A lazy ball from Jordi Alba. The energetic Modric to Carvajal. Benzema. Now Kroos. Asensio imposed himself on the game early on. We haven't seen a great deal of him during the course of the match.
It's just a question of controlling the game, isn't it, for Real Madrid? In control of the scoreline. First league game of the season, coming up at the weekend. Not taking too many risks in the second half. They kept it nice and tidy, disciplined. Barcelona have had 1 or 2 situations, Messi's attempts coming off the bar. By and large, it's a comfortable performance for Real Madrid in the second half, maintaining a clean sheet still.
Cross to Modric. Modric zipping the ball around. The expansive Bernabeu. Vasquez. Cross. Modric. Roberto improvises from the back. Tremendous tackle from Varane. Now Modric. And for how many years have Barcelona dominated these games with possession? We know about the history of this match, the city of government against the establishment of art. Different philosophies, ideologies, politics, even languages. And they're taunting Barcelona with cries of Viva España. This is hurting for the proud Catalans. Titi. Suarez saw a handball in there. Referee's assistant did. Gomez. Beat feet from Suarez. Sergio Roberto. Maybe that one move is summing up Barcelona at the moment. No shot, this Messi. Suarez! It's just not their night. Even Luis Suarez can't score from a metal of feet out.
Sergio Roberto with the first chance, isn't it? And Messi takes on the attempt. Cal Navas. It's a habit of spilling attempts in that fashion. Suarez should score. Has to improvise slightly. Try and wrap his head around the ball to get the angle right on the finish, and off the post again for Barcelona.
Was there much? This was the handball, and it was handball. It's just a question whether it was an intention. That was a brilliant handball. Two hands. Keylor Navas got his angles and his handling just right.
He should be pushing that further away. It's a half-hearted. Anything there should be pushing right away. It's Manchester United, he was guilty of the same mistake, the same error.
And Barca make another change. Adel Affair, who started the first leg, comes on. Marcelo Asensio. At least brings a little bit of speed to what has been a labouring team. The point I was going to make before is that yes, they've lost Neymar, everyone knows that. And his face has been beaming from every publication and media outlet around the world, but the big loss at the moment as well is the organisation and the influence of Andres Iniesta in midfield. Any other generation, he might be a World Player of the Year. Unfortunately, he's in the same time as Ronaldo and Messi. He didn't get repeat games from him last year between Christmas and the end of the season. He's on the injury list tonight. Roberto. Asensio, Benzema, Rakitic, Semedo outside, and Rakitic goes solo. Top defending by Ramos.
Trying to get tight to Benzema. More aggression now, Barcelona. They're actually live enough, haven't they, in the second half? Needs a better attempts at goal. A bit more competitive.
Alba. Suarez. Jordi Alba. Semedo. And they're beginning to test Real Madrid here. Some massive improvement from Barca. I think on the counter in the second half, but maybe now have more chances than Real Madrid.
Attacking-wise, they've been much brighter in the second half. Fortunate not to score on a couple of occasions.
He's replaced 27 times last year. Karim Benzema looks to the touchline. The man who started the scoring is Asensio. The hero in the making. This was his moment. 4 minutes into the game. Sensational. The deposit put on the trophy. And an introduction to the Estadio Bernabeu for the summer signing. Theo Hernandez didn't have far to move. They recruited him from their great rivals, Atletico Madrid. We'll get the final 15 minutes with no pressure on. So get get used to the surroundings and the noise. And the pure white of the Real Madrid supporters. Nobody leaving this stadium early, though it is, of course, 12:30, half an hour past midnight in the capital. They're hanging around the trophy presentation. Yet another one for the collection. Messi. Fail. Gomez. Fail. Rakitic. Content to sit back, reserve some energy, see what Barca can throw them. Rakitic, Messi, Roberto to Messi. That comes a long way. Luis Suarez goes down again. They famously bumped into each other the other night when Suarez won a penalty. He's not winning any friends here in Madrid.
He's actually in an offside position, isn't he? To see how he's picked up the injury there, a little bit of a twist, maybe. There's Marcelo following him. He is offside. Messi prods the ball forward. It does deflect off of a round, but when Messi leaves Messi's boot, Suarez was in an offside position.
In their current predicament, they cannot handle any injuries to the key players. Piqué went off early in the game, of course. Suarez is going to play his way through the pain barrier. This weekend, La Liga kicks off Sunday night on Sky Sports Football Channel. They play Betis and Real Madrid. Later on, go to La Coruña to take on Deportivo La Coruña. Jordi Alba has given his usual honest and energetic performance on the left-hand side. Kedin, one of last summer's signings, has a chance to catch the eye of coach Valverde.
It's now Thursday morning.
Rakitic. And Modric. Casemiro caught in possession. The defenders back off him. Vasquez. Kedin sticks at it. The ground is made, but a corner is gained by Lucas Vasquez. Well, about to make another change. It appears that Dani Ceballos, one of the young summer recruits, is going to come on. He's a young man who wasn't a regular in the Real Betis team last season, but he had a stunning European Championships for the Spain under-21s. Toni Kroos will be given a standing ovation. The man who stares this Real Madrid midfield, an unspectacular player, but you just look at his trophy cabinet to see what an effect he has on the team. Won the league 3 times. The Bayern Munich Champions League with them as well. Comes to Real Madrid, won the league, Champions League twice, and another glimpse of the next generation as Ceballos makes his Bernabeu debut. Benzema. At one point I think he thought he was going off Karim Benzema. It is more often than not that he's replaced in the final 15 minutes.
It's astonishing to think, isn't it? Toni Kroos just cost around 20 million euros from Bayern Munich. World-class player, world-class midfield player. His partnership with Modric, second to none now, I think, in world football in terms of a midfield partnership.
Maybe wrong, but in these days of inflated transfer fees, I think Ryan said that the costliest Real Madrid player has been out there tonight. Has been Kovacic at around 35 million euros from Inter Milan. Moran clears, it's picked up by Rakitic. Benzema digs in. Theo Hernandez. Marcelo to Hernandez. Puts it right across the face of goal. Still getting used to the movement of his new teammates. I said they signed him from Atletico Madrid. He never actually played for them, did he?
No, he didn't. So he played well for Atletico last season. Scored a goal in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona. Let's count the amount of times tonight Barcelona players look startled. They've been pressurised, closed down, had the ball stolen away from them. When it has to go to Real Madrid, I do expect better from Barcelona.
Delafeu. Testing Ramos. Speeds past him, but very little is getting past Sergio Ramos. I think he'd set the trap there for Delafeu.
Well, he should have took on the Ramos earlier, more open ground behind him. He was hesitant. Should have had that change of pace quicker. Had more ground to run into. Ramos wouldn't have lived with it. As a young player, he looked a little bit apprehensive, wasn't it, Delafeu there? It's a time on Sergio Ramos early in the season.
Heads up. That was close. And Titi. The chorus of champions from the Real Madrid supporters. The Spanish Super Cup to the current collection of La Liga, Champions League, European Super Cup, Club World Championship. The only trophy that evaded them last year was the Copa del Rey, won by their opposed delight, of course, Barcelona.
Interesting atmosphere in the new camp at the weekend. Barcelona welcome Real Betis. Supporters not particularly happy with the way that the club is being run. They certainly will not be happy with the two results against their biggest rivals, Real Madrid.
Roberto. Nelson Semedo. Of course, wrapped by Hernandez. There's Ceballos. Quicker of the two Frenchmen is Titi. He's not put in the right of Benzema tonight, has he? Sergio Roberto to Sergio Busquets. Messi. On the head of Suarez. And pulls up theatrically.
It's a giveaway, isn't it, when the defender puts his hand up to say that he hasn't touched him? Which was the case there with Theo Hernandez. My guess, Rob, is that a new player is going to be at Barcelona before they play. A new player before they play Betis. Paulinho was signed. On the back of these two results, performances against Real Madrid, the first game of the season at home against Betis. Trying to appease the supporters. I'd be surprised to see another new player in the club before Sunday's game.
Marcelo. Well, for so many years, Barcelona has been the blueprint for how a club should be run. Just signing the superstars when one wasn't coming through La Masia, the club nursery. That pipeline appears to be blocked at the moment. Sergio Roberto is the last to graduate. This is Theo Hernandez. Goes down by Nelson Semedo. No natural replacements at the club. They're having to search far and wide. They need a bit of imagination to bring in players who can complement Messi and Suarez.
I don't think it helped that the previous manager really didn't show too much encouragement, did he? Two young players. So clubs that the players have had to go off and try to further their career elsewhere.
Modric. Ceballos. Ramos heads it back in. And the players they signed last summer have very little effect. The likes of Denis Suarez and Dean and Gomez and Cancelo, cost almost 30 million himself. Tite is the only player that really established himself in the team. And Casemiro rocking Sergio Roberto. The referees had little to do tonight. Yellow card hadn't been shown.
Concern for Barcelona, isn't it? That appears to be muscle injuries. He's on the move and just feels his hamstring, possibly.
He's rubbing the back of his knee. Ceballos. To Casemiro. Casemiro. Marcelo. Hernandez steps past Semedo as if he isn't there, then a little heavy touch.
A little. It bounces just inches inside the far touchline. Very promising, isn't it? He's a left back. He's playing advanced to Marcelo. They're working well together. It will be another option. Pacey, athletic player.
Just show actually how far Real have come on since Zidane took over as manager. Champions League twice, League as well. He was appointed in January 2016. And he has changed the face of the team. You look at the players that were down there, were not established then. The first yellow card of the evening is Luis Suarez. His temper has snapped.
Petulant piece of play, wasn't it, from Suarez? Just holding on to the arm of Casemiro. Just struggling with that hamstring. I'm surprised they haven't taken him off. The game is gone. It's well beyond Barcelona, wasn't it, with that quick start from Real Madrid.
They've made the three changes on the Dean, Deulofeu and Nelson Semedo have all come on. It would mean operating with 10 players. See what you're thinking. Good look at the bigger picture. This game is lost. And they have to be protective heading into what is going to be a demanding season. Ceballos bends him up. Just get the adrenaline flying through the body of Dani Ceballos. Carvalho's cross. Mascherano. Flick from Carvajal. Now Vasquez. Or Marcelo. They started strong and they're finishing strong, Real Madrid.
And total control in between as well. And away with a trophy. I'm fully aware that going in tonight, a 2-goal advantage, if they started quick, the early goal, it would seal pretty much a 2-legged affair. It's exactly what's happened. A better response from Barcelona in the second half, but I'm sure Valverde would try to take 1 or 2 positives from the performance in the second 45 minutes, but the game was lost by half-time. Suarez still getting the goals, just showing his aggression. Well, let it up for the Real Madrid centre-back. I don't think anyone would expect him to let up, would they?
Busquets. Varane. To Ramos. Roberto to Sergi Busquets. Gadin. Madrid have this remarkable record of having scored in each of the last 68 matches now. And they're about to close out a run of 24 games against Barcelona, where Barca have always scored against them. Can Barcelona make the record books look a little more respectable in the next 1.5 minutes?
It is poor though, Rob, that Suarez has stayed on. And now, admittedly, they would be down to 10 men. It just doesn't make any sense. It can only make things worse.
Oh, great step over from Ceballos. Benzema is there. I don't think anybody would blame him if he walks over to Valverde and his coaching staff. Retired for the evening. Got problems with Piqué, who did come off. Luis Suarez is just an injured pedestrian. Zamero, Rakitic. To Vasquez. Serrano's maybe done enough tonight to impress the new manager. He's had a bit of ballast in the back four, lost his place at times last year to Umtiti, but as you can see, well, I was going to say, brings a commitment to the team. There's the fine divide between dangerous tackle and good old-fashioned tackle.
He knows exactly what he's doing then. He knows who it's against. He feels that Casemiro is the enforcer in the Real Madrid team. Close little duel between the two.
Argentinian or Brazilian, they'll have lost. Well, victory complete for Zinedine Zidane. Back-to-back defeats in his first 2 games for Ernesto Valverde. He knows what a very big job he has on his hands in restoring Barcelona to former glories. And for Real Madrid, yet another trophy. It has been a breeze, in truth.